look, it's affected print magazines' kind of capacity to stay in business, which is obviously a negative thing for someone who is trying to make a living, to sort of get a paycheck. But in terms of the art itself, in terms of the actual writing, and I'm curious what Matthew thinks about this, I think it's incredible. I think it's an incredible time for music criticism, and in many ways, I think it's really freeing what we've seen. I feel like it's no longer the critic's responsibility to get stuck in this sort of consumer guide mode of, all right, this is worth your $10 and, however much gas it's going to take you to get to the record store. And also sort of being freed from having to think of new adjectives to describe, an electric guitar, because now clearly someone can just kind of get on Spotify or, on Pitchfork, sometimes things are streaming. And I think that allows the writer an opportunity, a somewhat unprecedented opportunity in a way, to sort of talk about why, the why of the thing and these kind of broader cultural questions. And as a writer, I find that just incredibly exciting.
Being able to find music writing by people who aren't necessarily music critics. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that the internet allows a lot of those voices to be heard, where you'll just find someone who just has a Tumblr and they'll write about a lot of things, but once in a while they'll just write something that I wish I had written or as well. But it happens all the time, and I think that's kind of where I come from as a writer. I didn't really set out to be a writer, but I had a website, and that just kind of snowballed into an actual career in writing. And I think the fact that can happen now is very nice. I think that the way you have a lot more ways of becoming a writer now than you could have in the past, and that's probably true of musicians as well. There's probably more ways you can kind of stumble into a career, whether you're necessarily wanting to or not.